Islands of Indonesia. They're located on the island of Komodo, where the largest population is found. They're found on the island of Rinja and also on the western part of the Flores Island. There's actually sightings of the Komodo dragons on other islands of Indonesia, but often as the case, these sightings are not seen throughout the year, and it's believed to be more of a transient population, which also gives evidence that the Komodos will swim to these islands when they need to hunt for food. Now, the Komodo dragons inhabit the driest parts of the Indonesian island. On Komodo Island itself, up to 75 millimeters of rainfall will fall in the 1 year. These particular areas where you often see the Komodos are nearby the watering holes where their source of food is likely to come down to drink, as well as the rocky cliff areas where they're known to the Komodo dragons. This may consist of wild deer and wild boar, as well as the introduced animals such as cattle, horses and goats. Now, it's also interesting to note that 10% of the diet of the Komodo dragons consists of younger and weaker Komodo dragons. And as a result, when the young baby Komodos are born, they have a cryptic body coloration, and they'll spend most of the time up in the trees to avoid being eaten by the larger adults. Finished? Now, the Komodo dragons are once considered to be a venomous species of lizard, but in fact this is not the case. There's only two venomous species of lizards known in the world. One of them is a Gila monster, which you'll be able to see in a glass exhibit just up at the Komodo dragon exhibit here, and the other is known as a bearded lizard. What makes the Komodo dragons potentially dangerous is that they have very strong and virulent bacteria. Research shows that up to about 13 to 18 strains of this bacteria, which are known to cause septicemia or toxic properties. So as a result, when the Komodos bite their source of food, it's usually the infected wounds that is what causes the death of these animals. Now, in the wild, the population of the Komodos is estimated to be 3,000 individuals, and this number has somewhat stabilized because due to the fact that the Indonesian government has recognized the beauty of these animals, and as a result, many of the areas where the Komodo dragons are now located form what's known as the Komodo National Park. However, there's still confrontations that occur, particularly on the western part of the Flores Island, where the Komodos' source of food, the wild deer, are being continually poached by the farmers as a source of food. Should this depletion of food continue, there's a chance that this species of the Komodo population will also diminish in numbers. Similarly, because they're only found on a few islands of Indonesia, should any kind of cataclysmic event occur, such as a bushfire, volcano, or an earthquake, this could also lead to the extinction of the species. And as a result, there's been a